If you want to upgrade your current J&L oil separator on your truck, no matter what year and model that you have, this J&L oil separator 3.0 canister extension in a black anodized finish will be the solution for you. Now this will be a great addition if your truck is putting off a bit more oil than you originally intended to see in your catch can, and you're looking to upgrade the capacity to help mitigate that blow by and reduce the amount of maintenance that you are putting in. This is also a great option if you forget about the catch can and you want to extend that maintenance life a bit longer for some extra insurance, and you would rather continue to use your J&L option rather than upgrade to a new setup. This will allow an increased capacity to 6 ounces, which will double the catch can capacity compared to the original size. Now, the extension here will sandwich in between your current can and the top filter portion, elongating the system, so do keep in mind your engine bay clearance when you are looking at this extension. Now, nonetheless, that's going to allow you a longer lifespan in between oil changes and regular maintenance while maintaining the same benefits that your J&L filtration system has, just in a larger capacity. Just like your old one, this will be made of a billet aluminum construction, being very durable, and it's also going to have that black anodized finish on top to protect against any corrosion on the materials. Now, because this will sit in between the filter and your existing can, this is also going to feature threads on top and below that will easily screw right into your current system and come with a rubber O-ring for the top to maintain that seal. Now this will come in at about $50, and for the benefits that this offers, I definitely think that it's worth it. Now for one, you're doubling the capacity of your oil separator, and most vehicle-specific options that won't require modification usually stop about that 3 to 3.5 ounce mark, while this one doubles it. Now second, you will be able to keep your current filtration system on top and not have to remove the system and upgrade as a whole just to increase that capacity. Now I think for a useful add-on to preserve the life of your motor and cut down on maintenance, it's well worth that $50. Now install will be a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you about 5 minutes to get the job done with no tools at all if you currently have the J&L oil separator installed and you're just installing the extension. Now with that being said, one of our customers has installed both the J&L oil separator 3.0 in addition to the canister extension on his F-150. He did use some basic hand tools for the entire process, including a clip removal tool, 10mm socket and wrench, ratchet, a small extension, and a Phillips head screwdriver. He also used a drill and a small drill bit just to widen the mounting hole as well. Now he's going to walk you through an entire breakdown of the install of both the oil separator as well as the canister extension. So that's going to wrap it up for me. Let's go ahead and get into it.
All right, so we're going to install the J&L oil can separator today. This is my 2023 Ford F-150 Tremor package. I'm going to start by installing the mount for it first, just to have that all set up and easy and ready to go. You get up in the engine, since this is a little bit of a higher truck, I'm 6 foot, and I'm putting the thing up here because it's easier for me to get up to and see everything. So, do as you need. First thing to do, there is a wiring harness that's attached to the battery container here. I have a tool just to help lift it up, but you could probably get under it with a flathead screwdriver as well. But just get under it, pop it up. There's a hole there for it. First thing to do, in the packaging comes a set of clips, just like if you were doing fenders. These are the clips here. You take it so that the hole lines up with the hole that you just removed that from. Snap it in place. And then you'll have a bolt and a nut that go with it. These are 10mm bolts and a 10mm nut. If you don't have metric tools, a 7/16 will probably work just well enough. But I've got a socket and a wrench here that are both 10mm. Put the bolt down through the clip that I just installed. Alright, so I'm glad I preemptively tried to screw those in, because what I discovered was that the clips that come with the package are a little bit too long for the battery casing that I've got. So I ended up having to drill out the hole a little bit longer in order to make this work. But now that I have done so, it works just fine. I've already snapped the clip on here, and then I'll grab my 10mm wrench to hold the nut, and then I've got the bolt here and the stand here. Stand on the bolt in. I have hand tightened that all the way down. Got this nut that I'm putting on underneath. You got that pretty tightened down. This part is technically optional, but you can do it for a little extra support. Got a second hole on here. Use the other one as a guide. Drill a second hole into your battery casing. This is a 1/4" drill bit. It's slightly big for the hole. You could probably get away with a 5 or 15/64, but that seemed to work okay. It's just, I stripped a little bit of the metal on the inside there. All right, take the second clip, flip it over the hole you just drilled. Line all the holes up. On mine, it's a little imperfect given the length of the battery box issue that I was talking about a minute ago, but should still help secure it a little bit. Let's get the little hand tight screw in here. All right, so I ended up having to drill this out a little bit more for the same reason. The clips are just a little bit long for the battery box that I've got. I went ahead and made sure it worked. I just tightened it down, same as the other one. Used the 10mm wrench in my 10mm socket. So now that we have the stand here for it mounted, we can go ahead and hook up the tubing for it. So there's a 10mm nut in here. There's a 10mm nut in here to get the cover off. I've gone ahead and just loosened those up so we can just go ahead and pull it off. But uses the same socket that I did before. Put that down here. And then what you're looking for, you got this brown nozzle here with a tube on it, and that connects over here. There's a little purple clip on it. On the back side, there's a little ledge. You push that towards the engine, and that'll pop off. And you push this one here, that's underneath, towards the back, and it slides off. You can see here, there's just a little mechanism on it. This is what it looks like when you take it off. Get that down here and get rid of it for now. And then now we hook up our can. So there's the 45-degree tube here. That one hooks up onto the brown nozzle. You got the, so that's the 90-degree turn. This is the 45-degree turn. That hooks up to the one here under the engine. And then that all runs back to your can here. It's probably a better way to tuck in the loose tubing. I'll deal with that in a minute. And then that just will screw down there. Let me grab a screwdriver real quick. And the kit comes with screws. Hook this up. There's holes on the top of the can. And just line them up. Second screw. Line that up. And then you just tighten it down. Now I went ahead and bought the extended can on it, so I can show you how to put that on real quick, but it's a really quick swap out. So this is actually just an extension tube. You unscrew this. Just screw that on like you would think. There's an O-ring there in the middle. Tighten it down. Now you have just a longer tube. You screw that on and you are all done. And that's it. I may zip tie this power cable back down somewhere, but for now, all I gotta do is put back on the engine cover and we're good to go. So I think that is it. So last minute, just wanted to show after I did that, I ended up running the longer tube
up behind the brown bracket there and then out, because it was getting just a little long and was kinking. So I figured I'd try and tuck it up somewhere. It also made it significantly easier to get the lid back on.
So that's going to wrap it up for my review and the install of this J&L Oil Separator 3.0 canister extension in a black anodized finish, fitting all year and model trucks with the J&L 3.0 oil separator installed. And remember, for all things truck, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.